All right, well, let's talk about, let's go into the news. Let's go into the news, because that's what you're all here for. That's what you're all here for, is the news. Let's talk about the news. Big Leff. Big Leff. This weekend was a massive W for Big Leff. Why am I talking about this? Because people, I think, myself included, I think Big Leff draws clicks, right? I was literally watching a video on Jiyuna's channel where he made a video. It's actually kind of a trolly clickbaity video. I actually kind of like this video. It's called Top 5 Rising Stars in Guilty Gear Strive. And if you actually look at the thumbnail for this video, as you can see, that's Big Leff right there. Big Leff didn't even actually make it to be one of the top 5 rising stars. You just put him in the thumbnail to clickbait. And I've realized Big Leff, people love Leffen, so I'm gonna clickbait with him. But this video is kind of a trolly video. You guys should watch it. It's pretty funny. Basically, he says it's gonna be top 5 rising stars. Then he names like Kazunoko and Dogura, and he names players that like, he's like, oh, this guy's a Street Fighter player. But you know, in reality, they've definitely played other versions of Guilty Gear. It's just that people might know them as Street Fighter or Dragon Ball Fighters players. It's like a troll video joking about how people don't realize that a lot of these fighting game OGs have actually played earlier versions of Guilty Gear. Anyway, whatever. It's not about that. It's about Leffen. So this weekend, Leffen ran. You guys might have seen it. There was an EC versus EU, East Coast versus Europe, 10v10, Guilty Gear Strive. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with Guilty Gear Strive and the community at large in Guilty Gear Strive, if you look at this lineup, you might notice something. Here's the lineup. As you can see, this is a pretty stacked lineup for the East Coast. You got obviously some of the best players that you've seen in fighting games in general. You got Punk, Sonic Fox. You know, obviously these guys are staples. Punk winning everything in NA if Sonic Fox is winning practically. Tempest got second at the first Levo, or Big Levo, to Sonic Fox. Insane BB Tag Grand Blue versus player. Also, he was my hero in Grand Blue because he was my favorite Charlotta player. I was a Charlotta main. Hotashi, Okami, Hook and God. Everyone on this lineup stack. Nitro, amazing soul player. Real Ice, another veteran, another legend from Anime Fighters. If you basically know the kind of context of this, you know, Europe, this is basically a bunch of penguins, right? This is a bunch of penguins. Everyone's talking all this smack. You know, Europe, not that good, right? Europe's kind of they're not, you know, JP, of course, is better than NA, but there's no way NA would ever lose to Europe in a, you know, with the roster like this. Look at this. Their carry is a Smash player, Leffen. He just plays just a Smash player, right? Who are, you know, like, who are some of these players? You know, people probably never even heard of people coming into this saying, oh, this is a star-studded East Coast lineup. You know, if you look at the viewership even for like the Big Levo and all this stuff, of course NA is going to get higher viewership than Europe week after week. But Leffen wanted to say, he wanted to prove like, hey man, Europe can hold it down. And it basically came down to, no spoilers. I say no spoilers, but no, it's actually just spoilers. I'm actually just going to spoil it. And it basically came down to 2 players, Leffen and Space, and they had to carry the team against, I believe it came down to them versus like 4 players on the NA roster, including Sonic Fox, Punk, as well as Furna, who's an insane Mei player. I believe those were the last 3. And I had to check this out, you know, because I think for the Melee community and for Smash in general, you got to realize, like, okay, I've been in Smash for a long fucking time, right? I've been in Smash for a long fucking time. I remember back in the day when I would go to majors, you know, and Smash players were always kind of the laughingstock of the FGC, right? You know, if you can call them even part of the FGC in general. You know, there was always kind of, back in the day, there was this kind of, I don't want to say animosity, but it was, you know, just kind of the butt of the joke was like, oh, Smash players, you know, they're playing a party game, all this stuff. And you still see these jokes every now and then on Twitter. So I think, you know, for us, you know, when Leffen was really getting into Dragon Ball Fighters and he's kind of, you know, he was taking names in that game, you know, he's our boy, right? So like, love him or hate him as a Smash player, you're always going to cheer for the person that you feel like is part of your community first and foremost. And so I think, you know, I remember a lot of people started watching Dragon Ball Fighters from my friend group that weren't even originally that interested in the game. They're like, oh damn, Leffen's doing hella good. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm a fan of Leffen and Melee. Let's watch him. He's definitely a fighting game player, period. That's right. And yeah, it came down to the final match, Leffen versus Punk. Punko and Milia wasn't going soul, and basically Leffen, well, he got that. Let's just say he got the W. I don't wanna spoil the matches themselves if anyone's interested in checking this out. Not to mention, by the way, not to mention the other guy who was took out Sonic Fox. This guy right here, Sonic Fox. You might see it right there. There, look at that. Sonic Fox 2 Space 3. Who's Space? Space, as it turns out, is the same Space, and I know this because I watched every single one of this guy's fucking videos when I was playing Inkling. Boom, this is the guy right here. Space is an Inkling player from, I don't want to get this wrong. I think he's from the Netherlands. That's the Netherlands, right? That's the French flag, except they flipped it 90 degrees. So I think that's Netherlands. Is that Netherlands? Pretty sure he's from the Netherlands. Anyway, yeah, he actually beat Gluttony in, only Inkling player to certainly ever beat Gluttony, ever. ever, and he actually beat him in tournament in in his competitive career in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And as you can see, I mean, this is obviously a huge upset because Gluttony, you know, was considered top 10 at times, close to breaking a top 5 player. So when I saw that this was the same space, I was like, holy shit, this guy's a Smash player too? So you're basically telling me that Leffen, Smash player, Space, Smash player, went up against Punk and Sonic Fox and Nitro and, Furno, I believe it was. Because I was in and out. I couldn't watch the whole goddamn thing. K7 Show Off, that was it. K7 Show Off was he was a Leo player who stood in for Hook and God because Hook overslept. But as you can see, Space taking out Sonic Fox, Leffen taking out Furno, really strong May player. Space beating K7 Show Off, and then Leffen threw over Punk. So you're telling me 2 Smash players took out probably 2 of the all-time kings of 2D fighters. Barry Bones also plays Melee? Damn. So, yeah, I mean, this was, I think, honestly really big for Europe because definitely now it's like, okay, shit. Like, if NA lost to Europe, then are we just the worst region? And, you know, people joke like, oh, East Coast is just one coast. It's not all of NA. But, I mean, if you really look at the tournament results, you know, and just kind of the scene right now in general, it definitely feels like East Coast NA is kind of just the NA crew in general. Or, like, they definitely have a lot of these standout players that would count as East Coast. I know Deb wasn't playing, obviously SQ wasn't playing. Definitely some players that I think would be in the top 10 or even top 5 of the NA crew if they were on the roster. But, you know, as you can see, stellar crew, and really proud of Europe for holding it down, but also proud of Smash. I'll always say it. I think it's dope when Smashers, you know, go out and excel in other fighting games because, yeah, no Lord Knight. That's right. No Lord Knight, no Hook, for sure. For sure. Space took out Okami and Leffen took out Nitro, meaning they did way better than... Oh, yeah, no, that's hella true. That's hella true. Leffen beat Nitro, insane, really good Soul player, and Space also took out Okami. Yeah, and K7's amazing as well. So, yeah, they did really, really well. They actually put the team on their back in a way. And, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say it. I'm still waiting for the day. I think it's dope that Smash players have kind of struck out of the world of 2D fighters and... you know, done really impressive things in the scene. I'm still waiting on the first fighting game player to really break into Smash in a major capacity. There was a really cool event. I gotta shout them out for doing this. I thought this was so dope when they did it. I believe it was called Kakusma. Kakusma is, I believe, what it was called. This was Ultimate, mind you, not Melee. It was Ultimate, mind you. But this was something they did back in 2019. It was definitely actually really cool because the fighting gamers, and I would say most of these guys, Capcom players, Street Fighter players, but they actually really stuck to this and they got pretty damn good. And they actually looked real as fuck, and they actually practiced and they set up sessions with actual Smash players in Japan, and they really grinded. And they made this a really fun competition to watch. So Momochi, Eita, I think Momochi put this on, as a matter of fact. They did not all play Miis. The Miis are just for, that's Kazunoko. The Miis are just for the purposes of the trailer. I believe it was, in fact, I'll tell you the characters they played. Momochi, of course, played Ken. Eita played Joker. Haitani played... Gotta remember who Haitani played. Eita, yeah, Joker. Kazunoko played Fox, and Kazunoko, shout out to Kazunoko. Kazunoko actually entered, gotta give him credit for this. I thought this was cool, and he wasn't the only one that did it too, but it was one of the ones I remember because I watched a stream match. Kazunoko actually entered Evo Japan in Smash Ultimate, which I thought was so classy of him, and they put him on stream and he looked good. You know, I mean, he did all right. I think he got out of his pool. You know, he had some, obviously it was like a huge tournament, so I don't remember what his placing was. Probably did not get like top 64 or anything like that, but you know, definitely looked like a great, you know, like a solid player that was picking the game up. Thought that was really dope, you know, when he could easily want to focus on whatever his main games were at the time. MOV I think was playing, don't remember who MOV picked. Goichi was playing, man, they had, I think the whole thing might even have been on YouTube. And yeah, it was just this streamed event. This is Eita here, who's a Street Fighter top 8'd, the first Street Fighter 5 Evo, but now he's a very big YouTuber in Japan. And as you can see, let me see if they have the characters. It'd be cool if they had the characters up too. Here's Abadango. But they had, yeah, they had a lot of production value for this thing. Kazunoko Fox, Eita Joker, Momochi playing Ken, you know. Where's Goichi? Go One. They call him Go One. They don't call him Go One. I like when Jiyuna calls him Go One though. Haitani played Wario. Yeah, they all picked like, you know, pretty good characters. Was Goichi. See at the very beginning? Anyway, this was a whole event they did. It was more of an exhibition thing, but it was cool because if you actually watch the matches, and I watched the stream when this happened, they actually looked pretty good. Like, they were actually like ledge trapping and covering rolls and like doing proper combos. Like, if you watch, I mean, we can watch for a couple seconds, like, you know, like short hop. What is that, side B? That's side B, yeah, because neutral B is gun. You know, the movement, you can see the movement, like, look, I mean, if you watch any Ultimate, which if you don't worry about it, but, you know, they're playing, like, actual Smash. They didn't, like, not practice for this, then kind of clown around, which is kind of what it's looked like in the past when fighting gamers have tried to do anything with Smash. And I thought it was actually cool. They actually grinded up for this. You know, they got really kind of tight with the Japanese Smash community. And I want to see more stuff like this. I want to see more fighting game players actually try to get into Smash, because I really haven't seen it that often. I've seen more of the other way around. And, you know, I get that. Obviously, I think it's intimidating, honestly, to get into Smash. It's not in Melee, especially not an easy game. But I think they can do it. I think they can do it. I'm still waiting on the reverse Leff. I'm still waiting on someone to pull the reverse Leffen.